Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment, where rumors are now starting to fly at the 2023 NFL Draft Scouting Combine. And there was one thing that I wanted to hear, and I heard it from ESPN's Teron Davenport, who was talking to Jared Stillman. And Stillman asked Davenport, what are some things that you're hearing as it relates to the Tennessee Titans? And Davenport reported that he is hearing that the Tennessee Titans really like C.J. Stroud, that they currently have him ranked as the best quarterback in this draft. Now, he did not go as far as to say that they're very interested in moving up for him. He didn't go that far. But he went far enough for me to come on here and for me to implore for this franchise to make the move and go get C.J. Stroud. If you haven't watched his combine workout, do yourself a favor. And right after this video, go watch his combine workout. I think it's the most impressive on-field workout I've seen from a quarterback in a while. It's one of the best ever. And look, I understand that when you're doing these on-field workouts at the combine, it's not real-time NFL action. I understand that. But wow, this guy has been born and bred to play the quarterback position. And I already knew this. I already knew about him in high school. I already knew about him in college. I've seen him at these camps and all of this. But to see him at the combine put on an extremely excellent performance, and then to hear this, oh my goodness gracious, it's making more and more and more sense. He went to Ohio State. Mike Vrabel went to Ohio State, still has strong ties to Ohio State. He's, met with Stroud himself. There's a picture, I can't remember, I don't know what the event was, but there's a picture that you can see Vrabel talking with Stroud. This is, I think, last offseason. This is making so much sense to me. And after this workout, and look, also, I was scouting C.J. Stroud very heavily the last 2 weeks because I'm preparing my scouting report for him. You can't let this guy go to the Indianapolis Colts. You can't. If the Texans get Bryce Young and the Colts get C.J. Stroud, my goodness gracious, we are going to be behind in this division. I think next year will obviously still be better than the Texans because the Texans are still awful, unless they just spend like a crap ton of money in free agency, which, they probably will. But even then, I think it's not going to be enough for them to be competitive. But you're going to see, Bryce Young doing some things over there, assuming they get him. We have a lot of ways to go. They could take Leathers or something crazy. But I'm telling you, right now, if C.J. Stroud goes to the Colts, next year they're going to be better than us. I really believe that. I really believe that C.J. Stroud with Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce, and then whoever else they end up drafting and whoever end up getting in free agency, I feel like they're going to be better than us next year and for years moving forward. I think it's going to be that quick. I think Stroud with Taylor and Pittman, I think it's going to be that quick. And I hear people continuing to make the argument that we can't trade up this year because we have so many holes. If we draft C.J. Stroud, who's going to protect him? Who is he going to be able to throw to? What are we going to do? My thing is, figure it out down the road. Figure it out down the road. He'll be fine. Okay, look, you're going to have to fix the offensive line. I'm with you. But next year, well, okay, while we might have to, we're going to get out multiple draft picks in order to have to get Stroud. Next year, I think right now let me check the exact number. Next year, we're going to have over $100 million of cap space. Let me check the official number here. That way excuse me. We're scheduled to have $131 million of cap space in 2024. Now, of this $131 million, about $25 million should go to Jeffrey Simmons. You're still going to have over $100 million. Now, we're going to have a lot of free agents as well that we're going to have to resign. But you're talking about next year, we're going to have hella drafts, hella cap room. You can go buy your offensive line next year. Rookie off CJ Stroud, it might be a bit of a struggle. But only for 1 year. Trevor Lawrence struggled for 1 year, and after that, he's been fine. He's been very good, even. And that first year, it was a disaster. It's going to be better than that. It wouldn't be that disastrous. I mean, we're not going to have like Urban Meyer humping people and kicking kickers, right? It's not going to be like that. But will you have to run around a little bit, be a little creative with this offensive line? Sure. But our quarterback would be in place. And then the next year, you spend the money, you get your offensive line, and then boom, sophomore year, CJ Stroud is ready to go. Because I'm telling you, again, if you roll with Tannehill next year, we're going to be a 9-win team. You're talking about us picking in the draft 17, 18, 19. If you think it's going to cost a lot to move up from 11 to number 3, what's it going to cost next year to move from 19 to number 2? It's not even going to happen. It's not possible. It's literally not possible. No chance in hell, Vince McMahon. Okay? It's not going to happen. This is your shot. If you roll with Tannehill next year, you're not going to be able to trade up for a quarterback. It's not going to happen. I know the Chiefs did it for Mahomes. It's not happening again. And for right now, I still believe that it's only Caleb Williams and Drake May as the definitive first-round quarterbacks next year. I don't think Michael Penix is a confirmed first-rounder yet. I know Bo Nix is not. There's a reason why Auburn got rid of him. You can keep going down the list of quarterbacks this year. It's only Caleb Williams, who's going number 1, and Drake May, who as of right now, assuming he doesn't regress next year, which could happen, he's going number 2. And outside of those two, I don't know what's going to happen. This is your it's right there. This guy, born and bred. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I've had Bryce Young as my quarterback number 1 throughout this process. Yesterday made me reconsider. Now, I've had them very close. I already put on my prospect grade of Bryce Young. I've had CJ Stroud, and I might change it. I've had him at a 91-92, just under Bryce Young. And I think I'm going to stick with that because Young still did more in college. He had better tape to me. He was under more duress and still did better than Stroud. And I know that Bryce Young only came in at 5'10", and that's unfortunate. But everything that I saw in college says that Bryce Young is the better prospect, and he was a better college player. And CJ Stroud had better wide receivers. Well, mostly, especially this year. Oh, this year it wasn't even close. But last year you could say it was kind of close. You could say. I would even necessarily say that because, last year Stroud had Jackson Smith and Jigba, Garrett Wilson, and Chris Olave. Last year Young had Jameson Williams, John Mechie, and someone else I can't even remember right now. So, Stroud has had better wide receivers. So, and yet Young has outplayed him. So I still have Young over Stroud. And now Stroud might go first. We'll see if the Bears end up trading out. It seems like they will. I don't know. But if you're telling me the Bears, maybe they stand pat and they don't trade out, and the Texans take Young, and number 3's there. We know our boy Monty Austin Ford over there, the new GM for the Arizona Cardinals, the former director of, player personnel here in Tennessee. I think he was player personnel. You got to get on the phone with him and you have to steal CJ Stroud before he becomes an Indianapolis Colt. If he goes to the Indianapolis Colts, we're in trouble. They love these pocket quarterbacks. He's going to come in there and he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem for years to come. I'm telling you, man. I saw more of what I needed to see. Now, my only concern is, again, he was someone that mostly at Ohio State didn't have to deal with pressure. So if we draft him this year, you'd have to get a tackle in free agency, by the way. So let's assume that we do that. You're going to have to do that. There was one more rumor also that came out of this weekend, and that is apparently the Titans might be interested, and there's mutual interest with the Titans and 49ers right tackle Mike McGlinchey. Interesting, because he's a right tackle. So let's say, and I don't know if we're going to get him because he's going to be kind of expensive, but let's say we did. Either him or Patrice Frere is going to play left tackle. They both play left tackle in college. If that's the case, then okay, all seems ahead, go get your QB. And look, there's not many tackle options in free agency that can legitimately come in here and play left tackle. I agree. I'm with you there. So I'm not going to rely upon that. But if it gets done, then there's no more excuse. Go get Stroud ASAP, dog. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. And look, I think I'm gonna buy this rumor because I don't know if we'd be interested in Bryce Young. I don't know. But the Ohio State's ties between Mike Vrabel and Stroud, that is a match made in heaven. Guys, he's 21. He doesn't even turn 22 until October of 2023. October of this year, he turns 22. He's going to be 21 for the first month of the season. Wow! There is so much potential growth here, and he's already great. Come on, man. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what would. I don't know. I'm into this. I'm interested in this. With that said, we also heard Ian Rappaport today discussing during the scouting combine when the running backs were out there that he is hearing that the Titans are likely to stick with Ryan Tannehill for this year. Now, Rappaport's pretty good. He's pretty good. So I'm going to assume that this is true. And this is not great for me. I also heard this from, who else said this? I think it was, who else said that they heard that they're probably going to stick with Tannehill? Oh, also it was Turin Davenport who also heard that that Tannehill's probably going to be on the roster this year. Okay, but I think that if they have this, this plan ideating in their minds, I don't think this is something that they let out. They want to keep it secret. They want to keep it hush-hush. It wouldn't be out there because you're alerting the Colts that, hey, the Titans are coming, and you can't do that, right? If you're really interested in moving up for CJ Stroud, you can't let it known that you're interested in moving up for CJ Stroud until draft day. That's really what it would take because you can't even trade up to number 3 before draft day because then the Colts are going to trade it for number 1 if they really want Stroud. So this is going to be a draft day thing most likely. I think 11 to number 1, I think it's unlikely, very unlikely. It's just going to cost too much. I know we moved from 1 to 15 in the 2016 draft, and then we moved back up to number 8 to take Jack Conklin. Would the Bears do that? I don't know. I hope so. I don't know. That's not something that I want to rely upon, but it's possible, sure. But I'm interested in CJ Stroud, man. I think this is our answer, and I'm just telling you. And then who are the other quarterbacks? Let me check the other 2024 quarterbacks. Let's get the whole list here again. NFL draft quarterbacks, because again, everyone's just so convinced that we should just wait till next year. And look, guys, I'm down. And look, I know I was trashing Joshua Dobbs because he deserved it. I don't even care that he went to UT. I'm very interested in Hendon Hooker in the second round. I'm very interested. I know he's 25. I know he's coming off the ACL. Good, because I mean, no offense to him, but good because we can get him in the second round, and you can still start Tannehill. Okay, start Tannehill until Hooker is healthy and ready to go. I'm interested in Hendon Hooker in the second round. I am very interested in Hendon Hooker in the second round, and yeah, I do kind of believe the Malik Willis ship has kind of sailed. So I'm very interested in Hendon Hooker round 2. Let's also, the 2024 quarterback. So there's also Quinn Ewers, the quarterback out of Texas. He hasn't been good yet. I would need him to this year pop off. Like, I need him to pop off, throw for over 25 touchdowns at least for me, and really to pop off. I thought he was very underwhelming in 2022. Quinn Ewers is not a first-round pick yet. He has the potential, is not yet. Jaden Daniels out of LSU. Absolutely not. KJ Jefferson out of Arkansas. Absolutely not. Who else do we have here? Spencer Rattler. Absolutely not. I don't care if he finally blows up. I've seen him underwhelm for the last 2 seasons. Spencer Rattler is not a first-round pick. Tyler Van Dyke. Maybe as like a mid-first-round pick if he improves. Not yet. Bo Nix, no. Michael Penix, no. Devin Leary, no. So there's only 2 quarterbacks next year that are going to go in the first round as of right now. And I'm sure 1 or 2 of these guys are going to blow up and they're going to be first round pick. So either Ewers or I don't think Jaden Daniels has a shot in hell. I don't know why he's listed here. Either Ewers, Jefferson, Van Dyke. I don't think Bo Nix is a first-round pick. I know he played well for Oregon last year. I think what I saw enough at Auburn. I really didn't see enough at Auburn. I think he's way too erratic. So I think one of those 3 could end up being a first-round pick too. But as of right now, you're looking at Young, you're looking at Stroud. So let's also discuss Anthony Richardson. So Anthony Richardson went off at the combine, 6'4". 244 pounds. He had a 40-inch vertical. He had a 4.44 40-yard dash. Wow. And this is comparative to Marcus Mariota, who ran a 4.54. Cam Newton, who ran, what did Cam Newton run? Was it like a 4.6? I think a 4.6 flat, right? That was Cam Newton's 40-yard dash. 4.59. Colin Kaepernick went a 4.53. What? So Anthony Richardson, this guy is, wow, a physical specimen. Now, it's way too inaccurate. 54.5% completion percentage in 2022. It is awful. It is terrible. But now he will be a top 11 pick, and we're picking 11. And there's a chance that he could be there when... Now, I thought he was obviously going to be there. After this combine, I don't think he's going to be at 11 anymore. I think Richardson jumped Will Levis definitively at this combine. I think someone is going to take Anthony Richardson before they take Will Levis. That is not what I believe. That is what I believe. Am I interested in Richardson? No. It would be fun for a couple of years. It would not be fun for long. Cam Newton only had 8 good seasons in the NFL before he fell off a cliff. And even though those 8 seasons, I would argue one was a great season, his MVP season. 2 or 3 more were good. The other 4 were okay or mediocre. Cam Newton's a better thrower than Anthony Richardson coming out of college. Now, Richardson is a better athlete, which is crazy to say. You're a better athlete than Cam Newton he is. And with Derrick Henry, it would be a hell of a duo. But I don't think you're looking at a long shelf life here with Anthony Richardson. I think he has to use his legs. And I just don't think he's going to last. I know that Josh Allen is one of the few ones that has come in and has been able to stay healthy, and even then, he's still early in his career. I just don't think Anthony Richardson's going to last. And for me, it's not worth it. I just don't think it's worth it. I think someone's going to take a chance on him. I'm not interested. I think he might end up popping off a little bit, but I think it's not going to last long. I think he's going to fade. I'm not interested in Anthony Richardson. Will Levis, even worse. Richardson is now my quarterback number 3. And he has been, actually. I just haven't actually come out and said that. So that's the status, man. I want Young or Stroud, or I want no one. Then just take your Paris Johnson Jr. at left tackle, and then let's just keep it pushing. But for right now, man, I am interested in this. I'm going to continue to monitor this. And I'm telling you, if we take Stroud, and I know people are going to be afraid because he's going to be, quote unquote, running for his life. I'm telling you, he'll be fine. He's 21. He has a good head on his shoulders. He's tough. He's been born and bred and built, should be an NFL quarterback, and I'm convinced that this guy can come in here tomorrow, win games for this team, and be the franchise quarterback this team has desperately needed since Steve McNair. I really am into this, man. And if not, man, he's going to end up going... and by the way, some people in the chat are saying I didn't mention Williams or Drake May. Well, that was the point. Williams and May are going first round, most likely. Williams definitely is. May, I'm pretty sure he is. But I'm still, and he was great this year. I have some questions about May. I think he's still going to be fine and end up going first round. I think. I'm just telling you, though, there's a chance that he might regress next year. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But yeah, so my point was that Williams and May are first-round picks. I don't know why that wasn't missed in the chat, but yeah, that was my point. My point is no one else is. My point is literally, as of right now, no one else is. Okay, Quinn Ewers should finally, get solid ground and blow up a little bit of Texas and really do well and be a first-round pick. He should. I'm not convinced it's going to happen yet. I don't know. I would have Ewers, by the way, as a better prospect than Levis or Richardson, by the way. So I would prefer that. But again, I'm telling you, if we roll with Tannehill next year, we're gonna win 8, 9, 10 games. And then you're not gonna be able to get a quarterback next year either. This is a chance for you to be able to get your quarterback right now. This is a chance for you to get your quarterback right now. I'm interested in this. I'm going to continue to monitor this. And if more rumors come out, we will continue to discuss them moving forward. So until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment. What are your thoughts on the Titans' potential interest in CJ Stroud? Are you excited in this possibility as I am? Let me know down in the comments below. Until next time, I'm out. See you all later.